DOT are not reporting any road closures, not reporting any crashes, and like 2 areas of construction that they're actively working on right now. So I know that we typically see a lot of overnight construction, not so busy here overnight because of the weather. Still dealing with those wet conditions, maybe a little bit of fog depending on where you're traveling. Other than that, though, you should be in pretty good shape. Now, again, local DPW crews could be dealing with some localized road closures. So if you see a sign that's up, make sure that you don't go down it. That's there for a reason. Drive time's looking good. Let's quick check your dealing with any significant road closures. According to DOT, no crashes and really no overnight construction to speak of. I just checked in with them. They're still reporting 2 areas of overnight road work, one in Manchester, one in Hartford, but I don't think that's slowing you down too much, and I don't think that they're going to be out there for much longer here. Again, roads are wet. They're a little compromised here still this morning, and dealing with a little bit of reduced visibility as well, but the rest of the state is fairly quiet. So in terms of those major roadways, at least, all those drive times looking good as well. Let's quick check it. There's no crashes, and that's what we're dealing with this morning. Nice and quiet out there in terms of any activity. What we are dealing with, though, unfortunately, still these wet conditions. It's kind of like a rinse and repeat situation here for most of us as you're heading out the door this morning. Windshield wipers, headlights, all the weather drill, you know. But thankfully, again, crash-free and construction-free. Let's check your what we are dealing with, though, Jill was just talking about it. Another wet start here, so we're going to have to play along once again here today. Basically, everybody can kind of jump on board here with those wet and foggy conditions, depending on where you're traveling. You probably will need the windshield wipers at least intermittently here with some spray coming up from vehicles. Even if it's not raining where you are, that's what you're going to be dealing with. But you can see things are nice and quiet across the state. No crashes, no major incidents right now, no construction. So that's going to be some good news for you, and drive times looking good. Let's quick check Aldo, maybe heading to work. We are dealing with those wet conditions. Once again, it's a rinse and repeat situation, unfortunately, for a lot of us this morning, with lots of spray still coming up here. Live look in Hartford on 91 here in Middletown along Route 9. That liquid visibility is just slightly reduced depending on where you're traveling. Thankfully, we're not dealing with any crashes or major incidents, and those drive times are looking just fine. Dealing with that weather out there, those roads are wet, they're compromised, a little bit of reduced visibility, lots of spray coming up from vehicles. Even if it's not raining where you are, you're still going to be dealing with that spray. So just giving you that first alert there. Live look here by the Bulkley Bridge connecting East Hartford to the capital city here, 91. So traffic moving along. Just checked in with DOT. We're crash incident free. They're not reporting any road closures from over the weekend. So all of those road closures that we were giving you yesterday have cleared. Local DPW crews could still be dealing with closures in your town, though. So just giving you that first alert. Your drive door heading to work here. It's like a rinse and repeat situation. Not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. It was just like a deluge all day long, but still dealing with some wet conditions out there, some reduced visibility as we take a look across the state in East Hartford, Newington, Waterbury, and in Meriden. But we're crash free, we're incident free. Starting to see some normal delays down through the Bridgeport area here along 95 southbound. So just giving you that first alert, but DOT not reporting any of those road closures we were dealing with yesterday. So that's a little bit of good news. And again, you can see just a very brief delay that's popping up. 95 south. We're dealing with some of those conditions as you're heading out the door here. So we've got some rain coming down, some roads that are already kind of drenched. So we've got some spray coming up from vehicles. Not the nicest start with reduced visibility there as well. Live look in Plainville along Route 72, New Britain along Route. No construction being reported right now. No crashes, no road closures by DOT. Local DPW crews could be dealing with some localized road closure up for a reason, but drive times looking just fine. That's quick. Wet conditions out there, unfortunately, once again, so it's a rinse and repeat kind of situation here. Lots of spray coming up from vehicles. You can see here in Windsor on the Windsor Locks line. Live look in Berlin along Route 9 here, incident free, so that's going to help you out. Nice and quiet across the majority of the state here this morning with light traffic volume, and those drive times looking good for this time of morning. Out the door right now, heading to work. Roads are wet. We've got some rain that's still coming down. You can see that liquid kind of dripping. Route 9, here's a look outside in Vernon on 84 where it is coming down with lots of spray. Same story here in Merritt. Another update on WFSU Plus and the wax in just a few.
On vacation. According to our Becky, our producer, she said, Scott, mic check. And I went, well, hello, good morning. It must be what I'm wearing. I must look just like him.
Twins.
Twinning right now.
I would have never known the difference until you said something. Thank you so much.
If Scott were here, he'd tell you it's raining out.
Well, you know who else can tell you that it's raining?
Who?
Meteorologist Jill Gilardi, who's in the First Alert Weather.
It fixed as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Experts say you need to make sure that you do the research, because the contractor you want to hire for the repairs, you could feel intimidated that they can't say that in front of the contractor or the person offering the services, but you can. Oh yeah,
you have to protect. I mean, you hear all these stories, so it's just a matter of protecting yourself.
Well, it's also one of those things too. I think when you're talking about spending money, I mean, we're all spending a lot of money on just living every single day. So you have to say, like, I'm going to go with the best. I'm going to go with the best offer.
Right, and the honest company too.
Yep, exactly. All right, let's switch gears here a little bit. Missed it like I did last night. It happened a little bit too late, but the U.S. men's national team had a very disappointing exit from this year's World Cup.
We had it on at our house in South. So they lost to Belgium 4-1 in last night's game. So football we have on all the time. I grew up watching it because I grew up in an Italian family, so it was always on. But this was definitely, and my husband actually aired on the side. You get a red card, you get a red card.
Yeah, I mean if you're going to challenge it, I think you challenge during the game, right? But you
don't have dad call.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Anyways.
Well, okay, so what's done is done at this point, and the U.S. is out anyway at this, fortunately, for everybody who is rooting for the team.
Now, I know Pratt Street had to cancel their celebrations outside, but they're going to get ready to have one July 19th for the finale, so that'll be good too.
That'll be for the World Cup finals. Again, all but 1 or 2 spots now for the quarterfinals will be European teams. I believe every host country now out.
They're out, all 3.
So here we are.
There you go.
Okay, there's still lots of soccer happening here in the United States, which is fun.
More sports talk coming up a little later on. You can stream us later on our all-new show, Caitlin Renee Talks Sports. Would be done soon.
Okay, so a London judge expected to rule today on that fight.
Prove some of that snooping.
I know.
That's not the way to do a story. That gives all journalists, I think, a bad name.
Totally different.
Not journalists, right?
It's a totally different ball game, especially in the UK than it is here. So it's just different. The tabloids are crazy.
Yes. They're rough.
Obviously, a lot of attention as well with the royal family and the rift, and he's not bringing Meghan and the kids back because of security.
And they don't know where he's staying, and anyways, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
TBD.
TBD. All right.
Made guitars for 60 years. I love this story. We're going to take you right inside Ovation Guitars a little later. That's coming up on the Wax Summer.
I'm so excited. Our friend Jacques actually helps put this together, and this year Capitol Classics is putting on 2 of the Bards comedies, and we get to find out who will be the stars for The Mischief and the Merriment, our very own. I wonder if she's starring in it, and if they will.
Maybe they will.
To be or not to be. See what I did there? Are you surgery free?
Okay, well, Scott and Kara found out how a non-invasive treatment from New England Spine and Disc could give you lasting relief. Check this out. Recognizable names in music, and they're still going strong. That's right. Our Great Day photojournalist Eric Budney paid a visit to New Hartford to remind us where these beautiful instruments come from and the people who build them. You got to watch this. Tim grew up where they used to have their original shop, so I actually have an original Ovation guitar. I do too.
From I forget what year it's from, but yeah, it's amazing.
It got passed down from when my uncle passed.
Got it from my mom.
Very cool.
Thomas the guitar.
All right, up next.